Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm finally here for Only Friends episode 12, the finale. I'm actually so sad, I'm actually heartbroken. This show has been giving me so much drama, so much moments where I literally had tears in my eyes. I broke down mentally so many times as well. There were a lot of moments where I felt nostalgia because a lot of emotions that some characters went through in this story made me remember what I went through in the past. And as Rei went to therapy and is getting better, and I actually like to see that there are a lot of people that actually need help and they are being provided with the help that they need in order to could be capable to continue to live their life normally and not constantly in pain, suffering. I love that Rei finally got that. There are a lot of dramas and I really hope that my Sandre heart is not going to be shattered because of Mr. Boing. I really hope that this episode is gonna answer all the questions that we still have of this series, and I hope that I'm gonna be left with a bittersweet feeling. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. If you like the full uncut reaction, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in my description box below. And without further ado, let's start. Give me something I can work with.
ทำไมมึงยังกินเหล้าอยู่อีกวะเลยยังไม่หมดโปรแกรมมึงเลยนะเว้ย
ไม่เห็นเป็นไรเลยนี่กูกินนิดเดียวเอง
I am so mad that he's here. Seeing this, I'm so mad that he's here. But honestly, though, I don't understand in general what they're talking about. I saw a lot of comments on shorts on YouTube that people are complaining that he's drinking. An addiction remains an addiction. You can't just immediately cut it off. It's like depression pills. Depression pills are kind of like an addiction. Once you start taking a high dosage, you can't just immediately cut off the medicine like that. You're gonna have a relapse, as in a relapse of negative emotions that are coming down on you because your brain kind of thinks. That's at least what I'm thinking. That's also a reason why I don't like medicine that much. Your brain, it's all connected with psychological health. You yourself believe that when you take an aspirin that you're gonna feel better. It's just a natural thing because everyone keeps on telling you, yeah, that's gonna work, so it's gonna work. And that's the same with depression pills. They are specifically made for your mind. They are supposed to help you calm down, not have those emotional outbursts. They're supposed to help you find a safe balance, okay? And when you start feeling better yourself because you, by taking those medicines, also going to therapy sessions, as in just talking your pain out, the medicine, in a certain sense, makes you, as the person that is taking them, have the feeling, yeah, I take the medicine, they are already helping me, and with the therapy sessions, it's gonna become better. So that's you yourself saying that they are helping you. So they are. But I don't specifically believe that that's actually the truth. I don't believe that medicine in general can help you when you are in pain, because a lot of people say that there is like a time limit. You take a medicine, you need to wait 30 minutes until they take effect, and then, I don't know, the duration of the medicine is gonna be 3 hours, 4 hours, and then after the medicine wore off, you immediately feel the pain again. So, in my opinion, taking a medicine is not gonna help solve the bigger problem. But they can help to a specific extent. With Rei, he can't just immediately cut off the alcohol. He can't. If he would, it would be for him some sort of relapse because he is addicted to alcohol now. So, what he needs to do, which is just like with the depression pills or with anything like with drugs, you need to cut off the dosage slow. Your body is still getting what it's craving for, and the negative outbursts that are coming from the small withdrawal symptoms because your body is used to that high level of alcohol or drugs that you are giving it, withdrawal symptoms aren't as big as if you would cut it off completely. Because if you try to cut it off completely, your body has that much of a physical and psychological reaction that you start taking the drugs or the alcohol, etc., more than you used to before you started to cut it off completely. So what needs to be done is for Ray to start taking the alcohol dosage down every single day more and more. But he can't completely cut it off because that's only gonna have a negative reaction on him, his mental health in general, because we know that he is unstable right now. He is still in rehab, and his physical state is also gonna suffer, because if you are psychologically that unstable, it's being shown in a physical way. I don't know, stomach ache, headaches, so that you yourself are like, what's wrong with me? And you go to a doctor and they tell you what's wrong, you know? Look at Sand.
มึงโชคดีมากเลยนะ
Uh-huh.
คงจะหาคนที่ดูแลแฟนได้ดีเท่าไอ้แซน
He is doing this on purpose. He is doing this on purpose. He's doing this just to mess with both of them. And you can actually see it in Sand's eyes. Like, he's conflicted. Not conflicted, like I said last episode, not conflicted that he would leave Ray immediately for Boeing, but he's conflicted because it's like for him still fresh. It's still fresh for him what happened with Boeing. And he's still, in a certain sense, suffering because of that. And actually, there's something I have to add here as well. I read a few comments, like I said, on Shorts, and it actually could be possible. I complained in every single episode that Sand is giving in to Ray because he already likes him that much. Is it possible, knowing now who Boeing truly is, as in that he loves to provoke, he's a manipulator, is it possible that when Boeing was together with Sand, that Boeing would like manipulate him in that specific extent that Sand always felt the need to satisfy Boeing's desires, as in when Boeing was like, I want to have sex, he kind of insisted that much on it that Sand didn't resist and he just went for it. You know, that in a certain extent that can be considered as sexual harassment, because he's not actually willing by himself to do it, but he's like just doing it because he wants you to be happy, but not because he's actually comfortable with having sex with you. I said in the beginning of episode 8, where Ray was with Mew and then Ray went out to meet up with Sand and Sand was like, let me go, everything. I said that Ray was being too pushy. He didn't respect Sand's wishes when Sand was drawing the line. He was like, I don't sleep with someone who's not my boyfriend more than once. And he was like, can't you just make an exception for me? As in, he was insisting that much that Sand gave in to Ray's desires. Is it possible that Boeing did that on purpose, as in they were together and he used the fact that they are together as an excuse to could always go to Sand and ask him for sex, and Sand would always give in to him? This is sexual harassment.
คนเราอ่ะจะเห็นของที่มีค่าก็ตอนที่เสียไป
Oh,
เท่านั้น
get out of my face. Leave. Look at Sand. He conflicted.
แล้วมึงยังรักมันอยู่ปะ
Ooh!
กูว่าเราคุยเรื่องอื่นดีกว่าวะ
No, sir. We're not gonna talk about something else. I actually love that Ray's tackling this. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? We all know that Ray's insanely possessive, and I already did say that he's here to state his territory. He's like, what are you doing? This man is mine. Why do you think you have the right to say anything to this man? You come up to his face, he sends me away so that he can talk to you in private, and you are getting handsy with my man. What do you think you're doing? Since Sand is already feeling conflicted, he's like, yeah, let's just talk about something else, you know, because he doesn't actually want to confront the situation. In this particular sense, I would consider Sand a runner, because he's like, I know how Ray is. He's insanely impulsive, and he has shown it so many times. Every single time a guy or a girl approached Sand, Ray immediately went in on defense mode. He immediately went in and he was like, no, he mine. Like, Ray is that possessive. He's that impulsive. And he's like, nah, I see that there is some unresolved history here. If it's not from Boing's point of view, it's from your side, Sand. You do not want me to be around when you talk to him. Why not? Now we're all three here. I'm your boyfriend. You can talk to him like I'm right here. What's there so to worry about? You're trying to dodge an important thing. It's the fact for me, which is probably also something that could hurt Ray. Ray went in straightforward and was like, do you still love him? And Sand didn't immediately say no. He looked at Boing for a few seconds and he was like, you know what? I think we should change the topic. Why can't he say no? I feel like there's actually some truth to what these fans were saying. That they were like, yeah, he has been manipulated that much. And I did say in the last episode that I have the feeling that the wound in general, because Sand did actually have feelings for Boing, and maybe there was also this abusive habit, as in that he would overpower Sand's voice in the relationship in general, and he would be like, yeah, I want to have sex, so we're having sex tonight. And because Sand was so in love with Boing, he would always go for it. And that's kind of like him not having been capable to overcome that kind of trauma. And now every single time he sees Boing, he has still that mentality that he has to give in to Boing. That's why he's conflicted, because now he doesn't love Boing anymore. He loves Ray, but because of that habit, because of that trauma that Boing caused inside of Sand, he's conflicted. He actually can't say no to this man because it's how it used to be in their relationship. Sand rarely had the right to say anything. Boing always told him what he wants. And Sand, because he loved him, always gave it to him. And that is like the mentality that Sand got stuck with. That he has the feeling, the desire to do what Boing wants. Even if it's something that he doesn't agree with. So that's why he can't say anything. Ray, seeing that Sand is conflicted, so he's like, what's the tea here? Lies.
กูรักมันทุกวัน
Lies.
อยู่กับไอ้ท็อปกูก็รัก
Lies.
มึงตอบคำถามกูมาดิว่ายังรักมันอยู่หรือเปล่าหรือถ้ามึงตอบไม่ได้อะลองจูบกันดูไหม
Why did you kiss
Good,
him
we
and
didn't have-
find out? I cannot. I love Ray. Honestly, same though. It actually makes sense to why Sand is so conflicted and can't actually say no as soon as Boing is like, hold on, like stay here. It would make sense that he is traumatized by his relationship with Boing and what happened during that time when they were together. It would make sense that he's so conflicted when someone is asking, yeah, do you still love him? He can't say yes because he's not anymore, but there is still like those conflicting feelings in his mind because of that trauma that he got by being with Boing. Ray says, I'm not taking no shit. Answer me. Like, this is not even a joke anymore. Like, I'm your boyfriend. You can't tell him that you're not in love with him anymore. Like, what is this? What am I then? You can't move on from your past? Like, I need to know the answer. Like, this is also something that Ray needs to know. We all know that Ray has finally admitted to himself and to everyone else that he's in love with Sand. Now, Sand has to draw the line here. Either be with his ex or be with Ray. Ray knows his priorities and he's laying them out on the line. Now he's like, Sand, you set out your priorities. Who do you want? Me or him? Are they gonna kiss? Oh my god, stop! Stop! Oh! People, I can't. What is this episode doing to me already? I do not like this one bit. I mean, people, it's the ghost ship. It's the ghost ship that I heard so much about. But no, Ray literally being in the back and has to witness it all. Don't do this to me. They're gonna kiss. I just know they're gonna kiss. Because it's the setup. It's the fact that Sand is actually looking at Boing right now longingly. That's just telling it for me. And the change of music as well. I don't like this. Look at Ray. Look at Ray. He's actually crying. He's actually having tears in his eyes. I hate this. At this point. Oh, kiss him.
รักมึงรักกูด้วยปะ
Ooh. Oh, hold on. Let this be a threesome. I hate myself. Let this be a threesome. He's like, you still love him. Do you still love me too? So he's like, so let's kiss each other and let's find out. He's actually reacting here more. He's reacting more with this kiss. That's how we know that the feelings are there for Ray, actually. He's reacting more. He couldn't actually say no because, like I said, there are conflicting emotions for Sand with Boing, but he actually knows that he wants Ray because when Ray pulled him in for a kiss, he immediately put his hands on his face. Like, that's love.
ปัญหาแบบเนี้ย
Threesome.
มีทางออกนะ
Threesome. Threesome. We're all open for that. Are they gonna... Yes, finally. Thank you. I feel so horrible, but I regret nothing. I feel so horrible for cheering and chanting for the threesome, but we all wanted the threesome. I felt it the last episode, and finally, yes. Oh, I am living for this. Thank you, GMMTV. Thank you. Thank you for the show. Thank you for the scene. I love you.
มึงยังรักมันอยู่ กูก็ลากมันมาให้มึง ไม่ชอบเหรอ
กูไม่ชอบ
You don't like that he joined, or you don't like that he knows that you still have feelings for this man? Like I said, he does not have feelings. He's conflicted, but they keep on mixing it off as him having feelings. If you're still in love with someone, you can't fall in love with someone else. That's all I can say about this.
ทีมึงยังชอบไอ้มิวได้เลยมึงยังรักมันอยู่ปะวะ
กูเคยชอบไอ้มิว
Yeah, he used to like him.
กูรักมันด้วย แต่กูรักมันแบบเพื่อน
Period. He's putting it out. I did say it. He would have never done to Mew what Top did. But after episode 8, when Sand actually was willing to help him, and Ray seeing Sand with someone else made Ray realize that he has real feelings for Sand. He saw Mew with Top multiple times. Yes, he felt bad. Yes, he felt jealous, etc. But he never actually felt the need to get in between Top and Mew, knowing that they could be doing God knows what. He was like, well, I have to accept it. With Sand, it was not an option. He could not accept the fact that he could lose Sand to someone else. So he always got in between when there was someone in the way. So Ray realized at the party back then, when Sand was willing to go to jail for him, that he loves Sand. So he went to look for him and he kissed him, even though he was technically still in a relationship with Mew. But he knew that the feelings he has for Sand are real. That's why he went to look for him at the campground, and that's why they also slept together there. He made his decision that night when he decided to sleep with Sand. And he knew that he didn't love Mew like that anymore after he wasn't capable to resist to kiss Sand when Sand was willing to push Ray away in that music room. That was it for him. Ray knows who he likes. He's in love with Sand now. He does not love Mew anymore. He loves him as a friend now because he knows who he's truly in love with. He's like, you need to set out your priorities, Sand.
แค่กูเห็นพวกมึงสองคนจูบกันน่ะ กูก็รู้แล้วว่ากูเป็นแค่ตัวแทน
Not a second string. What does he mean by second string? Sand did not know that Boing was gonna come, so I don't think I can agree with the fact that Ray is like, yeah, I'm the second string. He didn't know that Boing was gonna come back, so he actually truly fell for you, Ray, and he accepted many outbursts. He was willing to accept a lot from your abusive behavior. He actually was willing to take it all just to be with you, just to finally have you by his side. You cannot say that he thought that you were the second string. You cannot say that. After kissing him in the pool and that he couldn't say no, yes, I can agree that he's like, yeah, what am I here? Am I just a second string? Like, I can see that you still like this man. I can see you still have feelings. Even though, like I said, I don't think it's feelings. But anyway, we're gonna go with what they say. Ray says that Sand still has feelings for Boing. Boing is enjoying the conflict that he's causing between Ray and Sand can't say anything.
หรือถ้ามึงจะเลือกมันอ่ะก็ช่วยบอกกูหน่อยนะแต่ถ้ามึงเลือกกูอ่ะมึงก็ไปจัดการให้มันจบ
Ooh! Honestly, he's
ๆ
setting
กูจะจั
out.
ดการเอง
Honestly, he's just setting out his priorities. He's like, if you're gonna choose him, fine by me. Let me know gently. But if you're gonna choose me, deal with his sorry ass before I do it. It's in his right, and he's not even being mad or anything dramatic about it. He's like, I can see that there is still something there, something unresolved. He's like, if you like him, you can go with him, but let me know. If you don't, and you are choosing to stay with me, deal with his sorry ass.
ถ้ามึงยังเป็นเพื่อนกูเนี่ยยังไงมึงต้องเจอมันเว้ยมึงจะเจอหน้ากันแล้วมึงจะต่อยกันทุกรอบเลยหรือไง
It's not really the fact that he actually hates his guts. It's more the fact of how they met and how Ray's situation was. Back then, Ray thought that he was utterly in love with Mew. And then there came this guy and took all of Mew's attention. Mew was completely fascinated by this man, and Ray literally became irrelevant. And Mew was willing to fight everyone for top. And that's something that Ray can't stand. And that is still with him till this day. Like that hatred, that resentment that he has for Top. It has nothing to do with the fact that he doesn't believe that Top isn't capable of changing. It's more like that resent because of the circumstances of how Ray met Top.
โบอิงนี่แฟนเก่าแซนเหรอวะ
ดิทำไมวะ
He made the
เขาเพิ่งมา
business.
ป่วนกูกับท็อปเอง
Yeah. Oh, he is so mad now. His boyfriend instinct kicked in. He's like, I'm sorry. He's just messing with my baby's mind. He's just messing with my baby's head. Nuh-uh. Tell me what I need to know.
ท็อปต้องไปเคลียร์ปัญหาเก่าๆก่อนโอเคไหมจะมีอะไรอีกอะเรื่องในอดีตเราก็เคลียร์หมดแล้วไง
that what Ray said. Oh yes, let's go. He's like, you need to clean up your old messes. You made peace with me, but Ray is my friend. He my friend, and he says you messed up with Sand. You're gonna apologize. Let's go.
แล้วแซนอะ
That you heard him.
มึงจะให้เราทำยังไงอะ
Apologize. Top apologizing will not necessarily make all the pain that Top caused Sand in the past go away, but whether someone wants to accept it or not, being hurt in the past, even from someone that you hate or don't care about, leaves a mark on you. There will always be that something that's gonna be there. There's gonna be something staining your soul if you're a visual person. There's always gonna be something inside of you that's gonna bother you as soon as you come to face with that person. Top apologizing to Sand could actually help Sand in a certain sense accept what happened in the past, and it's gonna make Sand see that the past is and remains where it is, in the past. The past happened and can't be changed, but you can control the present and the future. You can choose how you want your past to guide you. If you can't let go of your past, it's gonna make you become bitter. It's gonna make you still suffer in the present because you can't let go of the resentment. Having closure, even though you know you did nothing wrong, but an apology can do so much. You know you did nothing wrong, but hearing someone else finally admitting that they were the ones being wrong can actually help you as a sensitive person to heal. And that's maybe all that Sand needs in order to see clearly.
มันไม่ได้คิดถึงมึงแต่ที่มันมาหามึงเพราะว่ามันถูกไอ้ท็อปเทมาอีกทีมึงจะว่าไง
มึงไปรู้อะไรมาเลย
เดี๋ยวกูจัดการเอง
Ooh, he said I'll
มึง
handle
เป็น
it.
แฟนกูอ่ะกูไม่ปล่อยไปหรอก
กูเอาบัตร
Peace.
อาร์ติกมังกี้มาให้มึง ถึงกูจะไม่ชอบฟังเพลงล็อกอะแต่กูไปยืนดูกับมึงได้นะ
No, thank you. I'm sorry, that was the most hilarious scene I've ever seen. He's like, I can go there with you, and Ray literally just gently came along, snatched the tickets away, and he's like, hey, boy, Phoebe, look at these tickets. We can go there together.
ถ้ามึงอยากไปอ่ะ
You can go.
เป็นเพื่อนได้นะ
Oh
พอดี
my
กูอยากไปดูคอนเสิร์ต
god.
กับแฟนกูอะ ซื้อต่อได้ปะ
Sand in the back. Look at the smile. He's actually so happy. Let's be real. It's a turn on for him to see Ray stand up for him that badly.
จริงๆ กูว่ามันก็ไม่ได้อยากกลับไปคบกับแซนหรอกเว้ย แค่ท็อปไม่เอาอ่ะ
ตอนนี้กูกับแซนกำลังจะเริ่มต้นใหม่กัน มึงจะขุดอดีตที่มันตายไปแล้วทำไมวะ แต่แซนเป็นแฟนกู
Period. He mine. No, your
Okay.
place, ma'am.
มีแฟนออกตัวเป็นเจ้าของแบบเนี้ยมึงเหมือนเป็นหมามันเลยนะ
Isn't that what you did, Boeing, in the past?
เวลากูรักใครอ่ะ กูก็เป็นหมาแบบเนี้ย
So people, I was right. And so were all the people in the comments. He actually was willing to let Boeing do everything he wanted to him because he was in love with him. Wow.
มึงนี่เวลาถึงก็น่ากลัวเหมือนกันนะเนี่ย
แน่นอน
Yeah.
ดิ ก็กูไม่ชอบไม่ใคร
Leave. Period. Oh my god. I don't like anyone messing with my man. Period. Oh god, I love this. He is scary when he's jealous. He has always been jealous. Every time someone came close to Sand, he immediately exploded. What the fuck is going on? Why? He just had his beautiful boyfriend Nick there and he was saying, yeah, you have me and everything. What is... No. It's the silent
งอน
treatment.
เหรอ
Yes.
คำว่าแฟนสำหรับกูอะนะมึงก็ต้องมีกูคนเดียวปะวะ
I'm actually speechless a little bit. In a certain sense, I think I can understand why he doesn't think that it's a big deal. Boston has never been a person for a relationship. He never thought that he would ever get into a relationship because he has always been acting with his feelings off. Only thinking that everything he does is okay. So if he hurts people in the process, if he has to step on people in order to get what he wants, he will do it. He never really cared about anyone else's feelings. And he never actually tried to explore any feelings that could have arisen while he was intimate with someone or when he was just like out with someone in general. He never thought of exploring that, so he doesn't really know what love truly is or how it is when you're in an exclusive relationship with someone. Boston thinks that being in love with someone or having a boyfriend means that you actually have romantic feelings for that person, and that's why you want that person to be your boyfriend. But that does not mean that he's gonna be loyal. As in, you are special to me. I have romantic feelings for you, I know I do, and I know that I want and need you in my life. You are not gonna be the only one I'm intimate with. I'm still gonna sleep around, it's just that I don't feel anything for the people I sleep with. As soon as I sleep with you, I'm gonna have the feelings.
ถ้ามึงรักกูจริงๆอะมึงต้องรับสิ่งที่กูเป็นให้ได้เว้ย
If you truly love someone, you have to accept them for who they are, yes. But that can't be your excuse. You can't excuse your asshole attitude by saying, yeah, I'm like this and you can't change me. That shouldn't be your excuse. You use the fact that you fucked up in the past in general to tell Nick that you are like this and that he should already be used to you hurting him like this. You can't use that as your excuse to tell Nick that he can't get upset seeing you sleep with someone else. Like when you're truly in love with someone, when you have a boyfriend, you want that person to be all yours. You don't want to share that person with anyone. If that's an agreement between a couple, then that's another thing. You're like, we both have feelings. We both have like this sexual desire for that person. So why don't we invite that person? If that person agrees, then it's like a threesome situation. But it's still gonna be an agreement between you two. You think it's okay that you can decide if you want to sleep around with other people, and Nick has to accept that. No, sir. I have to stop and I have to say it. I understand that Mew is like, I can't forgive you. It hurts me from a specific point because I know what it feels like to lose someone you truly love. Like I lost during the course of my life 4 best friends I thought will stay with me until I die. And the pain is still there. I have accepted that it happened and that things are how they are and that I can change them. But only to think back to the moment and to remember how much love I shared with those people and now they're not part of my life anymore. It hurts physically and psychologically. because I know how much it can hurt, not only for Boston, but for Mew too, because he considered Boston a close friend. So that betrayal hurts Mew even more. Mew said, I'm gonna forgive you, but I won't forget. That's in his right. He shouldn't forget because the past cannot be changed, but you can change the future. If Boston shows that he's willing to make an effort to make it right, I think he deserves a second chance. Does not mean that you have to immediately be all cozy with him again, but slowly let him tag along again.
ถ้าคะแนนเต็ม10มิวให้ท็อปเท่าไหร่เรื่องอย่างว่า
And they are willing to go there. And I love this. They're also comfortable with each other again. I love this. I'm up for any criticism. 1.
ก็ต้อง10-10-10ปะวะ
Look at Ray. He's like, arrogance. I love this. He's completely fine with it now. I love it.
ชัวร์แดได้ดิวะ
Ooh! Ooh! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Kiss him. Kiss him.
ให้มึงจูบ
That's gonna be hilarious. Hold on. No. We're not doing this, sir. You know that there's a horrible backstory. He needs to apologize first before anything can happen. He's immediately gonna drink. I'm sorry, San's face, though. He's like, okay.
ไอแซน
ปากดิ
Oh, really? Oh, I love this. Oh my god, we get all the kisses. Who hasn't kissed in this series yet? I cannot. Let's do this. I love this. I love the fact that he was like, I'm sorry I stole your boyfriend. He's like, he's a piece of shit. Let's just shut up. I love this. I love that both of them went there. Mew was like, hey, get off my man. And Ray was like, hey, that's only for me.
นี่มิวเราซื้อตึกให้เอาปะ
The building. No, I love this. Finally, everyone's so happy with each other. He's like, San started it off so big. What am I gonna do now? Let me buy your building.
แค่ไม่ทำตัวเร็วเหมือนปีเนี้ยแล้วก็โอเคแล้ว
สมได้ท็อปอวดรวยดีนะ
Love this.
ไม่มีซีนหนึ่งในหนังเว้ยที่กูอยากทำกับคนที่กูชอบ
Oh, really?
ซีนจูบวะ
ไม่ใช่ มันคือซีนที่เขาไปเดินรอบเมืองแล้วก็ฟังเพลงด้วยกันมึงอยากไปเดินเล่นแล้ว
Listen
ก็ฟั
to
งเพลง
music.
กูว่ากูจะกลับมารักตัวเองให้มากกว่าที่รักมึงแล้ววะแล้วคนอย่างมึงอะนะ กลับไปใช้ชีวิตสนุกแรงๆอย่างที่มึงชอบอะคงดีกว่าที่ต้องมานั่งเอาใจคนเพ้อฝันอย่างกูอะ
He may not be used to being that kind and cheesy guy, you know? He may prefer his sassy asshole attitude, but having someone in your life that is that special to you that you would do anything just to have them by your side could be a reason why they decide to change. That's what happened when Top lost Mew. He was willing to do everything to get him back. Top didn't completely change, of course, but he was willing to adapt to Mew's wishes. He was willing to show him that he means business now. And that's actually the only thing that Nick wants from Boston. He wants Boston to be sincere with him. And Boston learned to love Nick's presence. So he's willing to do that effort to change himself in that aspect that Nick would like it. So that's the beginning of it.
ตั้งแต่กลับมาดีกันอะเรายังไม่ได้มีอะไรกันเลยนะ
กลัวทำไปแล้วมีคนแถวนี้ร้องไห้ไปด้วยอ่ะ
งั้นเราจะทำให้มิวรู้เองว่า
Who will cry first? Oh my god.
แต่กูอยากได้ชื่อแบรนด์ใหม่เรแซนแล้วก็แซนเลนะกูว่าชื่อเราสองคนอยู่ด้วยกันแล้วมันเพราะดีนะ ขอบคุณมึงนะที่ทำให้ชีวิตกูมีเป้าหมายขนาดนี้
มึงก็ทำให้ชีวิตกูสนุกขึ้นมาเหมือนกัน
Boston is the only loser, being left with nothing. I cannot. And this is the end, y'all. No, people, this is the end. I'm actually heartbroken. This is the end of an era. This show was incredible. Honestly, I have to say, from all the shows I've watched this year, this show is my favorite so far. There was also Enigma. Enigma came very close, but there was this lack of romance for me. But you'll know I'm a sucker for fantasy, so it actually came very close. But Only Friends is the one for me. There was so many plot twists. I'm a sucker for telenovela, so that was insane already for me. I loved it so much. This show actually gave me life. I was waiting in anticipation to see what happens the next Saturday. This show has ended and I'm sad. I'm actually hoping that there is gonna be a season 2 because, like I said, a telenovela can always go on. Like, a telenovela can be endless. So I'm actually hoping that they are gonna do a second season. If they did it with Enigma, please do it with Only Friends too. I'm pretty sure that they all will be willing to do a second season. Let's be real. But yeah, that was it for this beautiful show. I hope you enjoyed it with me. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best. Tell me how you are feeling. I'm actually feeling a mixture of bittersweet and sadness and despair because I don't want the show to end, but I can't do anything about it. But I feel like there were a lot of questions that were answered. I don't like the way that Boston and Nick's story ended because I feel like Boston did try to redeem himself in the best possible way, but it seems like they are at least in okay terms with Boston, like sending them stuff, and they are actually happy to see how he is doing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.